Good evening. I'm Susan Bonner, and this is The National.
It's not cold-hearted for the president to uphold the law.
The future gets very foggy for 800,000 young foreigners now closer to deportation from the only country they've really known. One of them tells us his story. A religious minority flees Myanmar by the tens of thousands. It's taking the shine off a Nobel Peace Prize laureate.
What we didn't expect her to be is almost like a cheerleader.
Plus, the real reason school kids skip their healthy lunches.
They're sort of akin to herding cattle. The noise levels are unbelievable.
Of the millions of undocumented immigrants in the United States, most moved aware of the risks they were taking. But some, children, were brought to the country unwittingly. They grew up essentially as Americans, despite having no legal status. Today, their future in the U.S. became more perilous. The program that protected hundreds of thousands from deportation is ending. Paul Hunter looks at what's ahead for them tonight.
Show me what democracy looks like.
In that the announcement was expected, protests against it were swift
Our city.
and widespread, from Washington to LA, New York, Philadelphia, Memphis, Atlanta, and beyond. Immigrants who came to the U.S. as children illegally, but are protected from deportation by a 2012 Barack Obama program called Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, known as DACA. To qualify, go to school, get a job, join the Army, contribute to the U.S., and be allowed to stay. So they did. Said Donald Trump's Attorney General today, the program is unlawful and unconstitutional. Thus,
the program known as DACA that was effectuated under the Obama administration is being rescinded.
it means all those young people, some 800,000 of them, could face deportation from a country in which they've lived most of their lives back to one many barely know. Barack Obama today labeled it cruel. The U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops called it reprehensible. But in a country with 11 million undocumented immigrants, said Jeff Sessions, it's in the national interest.
We cannot admit everyone who would like to come here. It's just that simple.
A key point, little changes for 6 months. And the White House is directing U.S. lawmakers to now come up with something better that could allow the young people to stay as part of a broader overhaul.
I don't think that the president's been shy about the fact that he wants a wall, and certainly something that he feels is an important part of a responsible immigration reform package.
It's an issue that has deeply divided U.S. conservatives, those who push for inclusivity versus those who seek a crackdown, including some who'd been set to challenge DACA in court regardless. So, what will lawmakers do? They've tried and failed at immigration reform for years. Today, even a Republican critic called on Trump for help.
You're a good man. Get involved personally. Work the phones. Try to find a consensus here.
As the president himself seemed confident a solution for all will be found somehow.
Hopefully now Congress will be able to help them and do it properly.
But this is a Congress that failed to pass health care reform and now faces another push to overhaul the tax system and fallout from Hurricane Harvey. 6 months for a redo on immigration law is sure to go by fast. Paul Hunter, CBC News, Washington.
So who are the so-called dreamers? There are roughly 800,000 undocumented young adults covered by DACA. More than a quarter live in California. They're mostly from Mexico or Central America and all came to the United States before their 16th birthday. To be eligible, they had to be under 31. When the program was implemented, they had to have a clean criminal record and a high school diploma or be enrolled in high school. Joining me now is one of the DACA recipients now in limbo. Paul Quinones moved to the U.S. from Mexico when he was 7. He's now the political director of the Washington Dream Coalition, which helps undocumented young people. Tonight he's in Seattle. So, Mr. Quinones, how will this announcement made today affect you personally?
Well, First of all, thank you for having me. As you said, I moved to the U.S. from Mexico when I was 7 years old. I moved here to be reunited with my father. And thanks to DACA, I was able to access financial aid and access more scholarships and be able to work while I was going to school to be able to finance my higher education and graduate with a BA in economics and political science. I was able to graduate from Gonzaga University and then enter the workforce. I'm currently a legislative assistant in the state legislature here in Washington State. And through that, I have great work benefits, contribute a lot to my community. And if DACA is taken away now that it has been announced by President Trump, I would lose all of that. I would lose my ability to support myself.
You say you would lose everything that you have built and worked for in the United States. There is a 6-month period in which Congress is supposed to make a deal. What do you hope for in terms of a resolution?
We hope that Congress is able to pass clean legislation that addresses undocumented youth, to pass the DREAM Act of 2017. We're not necessarily holding out too much hope because Congress has failed to act in the past, and that's why we were able to force President Obama to act as the executive. But we're hoping that now that there's more pressure in this, more awareness, that we're able to pass legislation that's clean and gives us a pathway to citizenship without adding bad components such as enforcement, such as funding for the wall, and such as criminalizing other members of our immigrant community.
Well, Mr. Quinones, thank you for talking to us tonight.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
UNICEF says it's scaling up its response to a refugee crisis unfolding in Bangladesh. At least 123,000 Rohingya have fled violence in neighboring Myanmar since late August. Hundreds have died trying to get there. The Rohingya are a largely Muslim ethnic minority in Buddhist majority Myanmar. They live mostly in Rakhine State, largely confined to camps, denied basic civil rights. The de facto leader of Myanmar, Nobel Peace Prize laureate Aung San Suu Kyi, argues they're migrants from Bangladesh and so do not deserve the rights of other citizens of Myanmar. The violence was sparked August 25th when Rohingya militants attacked police posts. Nala Ayet has more from London.
A world away, desperation measured in the tens of thousands. A slow-motion stampede, sometimes days long, to get to safety over the border into Bangladesh. They don't carry much beyond disturbing stories of escape. So many people were killed, he says. They just set fire to everything. There were people whose throats were slashed with knives. They were shooting at us, and I was hit. Buddhists are killing us with bullets, says Noor Seymour. They burned houses and tried to shoot us. They shot and killed my husband. Of all this, the world only gets glimpses. The sound of gunfire. The columns of smoke over the horizon. Satellite imagery from Human Rights Watch show the extent of the destruction. Accused is the Myanmar military and Buddhist nationalist mobs of systematically and indiscriminately razing Rohingya Muslim villages. The latest violence erupting after Rohingya militants attacked government forces, leaving many dead and also displaced. But the violence against the Muslim minority and the resulting exodus by land and sea are unprecedented and deadly and must be stopped, says the UN Secretary General.
The authorities in Myanmar must take determined action to put an end to this vicious cycle of violence and to provide security and assistance to all those in need.
Questions are mounting for Aung San Suu Kyi, government leader and Nobel laureate, who has the moral authority to act, says this activist. Instead, he says her office has whipped up tensions.
Aung San Suu Kyi doesn't control the military, so she can't stop the attacks that are taking place. But what we didn't expect her to be is almost like a cheerleader for the military and what's going on.
In Bangladesh, where the Rohingya are also unwanted, thousands are settling into makeshift camps and an uncertain future. Nala Ayed, CBC News, London.
Coming up, the White House still clamors for a nuke-free North Korea, but what are the chances?
Pressure or sanction will never work on my country.
Stay tuned for a reality check from foreign policy experts. Plus, ISIS's grip on Syria gets even weaker. Believe it or not, that may come with a downside. One of the most powerful hurricanes ever recorded in the Atlantic is barreling towards the Caribbean. Hurricane Irma is on track to slam into several islands in a matter of hours. Irma has now grown to a dangerous Category 5 with winds of 295 kilometers an hour. Antigua, the Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico are in the storm's immediate path, and people there are frantically preparing for its arrival, boarding up windows, stocking up on supplies, and pulling boats out of the water. Let's bring in someone now who's following Irma's every move. CBC News meteorologist Johanna Wagstaff. Johanna, still quite a bit of uncertainty about Irma's ultimate track, but what can we expect to happen in the next 12 hours?
Well, Susan, conditions are deteriorating as we speak across the Lesser Antilles Islands, with the island of Barbuda looking to take a direct hit in the next couple of hours. But this storm is so massive, the impacts will be widespread. And as you mentioned, the center of the storm seeing gusts over 300 kilometers per hour tonight as it moves into warmer waters, likely maintaining that top intensity of Category 5, tracking through the eastern Caribbean, likely north of Puerto Rico over the next 12 hours, and it'll maintain that northern track. That's likely as we head into the end of the week. But look at this, Category 5 expected all the way to the end of the week. We'll be watching northern Cuba closely as we head into the weekend. That would be a devastating landfall before tracking northward into an uncertain Florida landfall, Susan.
And Johanna, Harvey hit just over a week ago. Is there anything unusual about another powerful storm following so closely?
Well, getting back-to-back storms this time of the year is not unusual, especially as they come off the coast of Africa. We've got another storm forming behind Irma, believe it or not. But what is unusual is the intensity and the power and possible back-to-back U.S. landfalls. We'll be watching closely.
Thank you, Johanna.
You're welcome.
Strong winds and tinder-dry conditions are fueling dozens of large fires across the western United States. An aggressive fire exploded in size overnight southeast of Portland. Authorities had just minutes to evacuate hundreds of homes and get people to safety. Another fast-moving wildfire in Utah spread down a canyon this morning. More than 1,000 people were forced to flee and several buildings burned down. There are a total of 80 active fires in 9 states. Justin Trudeau and his caucus are gathering in Kelowna, BC this week in the shadow of a summer of wildfires in the province. Perhaps fitting as they face a return to Parliament in 2 weeks amid growing anger over the government's proposed tax reforms. The CBC's Hannah Thibodeau is covering the Liberal retreat.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and his Liberal team are out in full force to shore up support on the Western Front.
Priority number 1 continues to be the well-being of British Columbians.
I'm really pleased to be here in Vancouver. I've had the opportunity to have some consultations with some small businesses.
But shoring up their support may be difficult because the Liberals want to eliminate some tax advantages often used by small business owners.
We think that those rules need to be changed because we're seeing an increasing number of people taking some advantages that weren't intended for that.
One of those advantages is called income sprinkling, a tax move that allows business owners to pay family members an income to reduce their tax burden. Finance Canada estimates eliminating this loophole will affect approximately 50,000 Canadian families, and backlash is growing, including among doctors whose practices operate as small businesses. They've started an online campaign. Also, the head of the Canadian Medical Association came to Kelowna to convince the Liberals to change their minds.
The changes will financially disadvantage them. And so we are here today to listen to those stories, to share those stories, and we're hoping that government is listening.
Many Liberal MPs say they are inundated with calls and emails about the changes.
Well, I mean, it's no secret, probably the closest alligator to the boat right now is the proposed tax changes to Canadian-controlled private corporations.
Many hope the government will be open to changes on the tax reforms. It's consulting on the issue until October 2nd. Hannah Thibodeau, CBC News, Kelowna.
The government will also continue to be focused on NAFTA for much of the fall. The second round of trade talks has wrapped up in Mexico, and negotiators now prepare for round 3 in Ottawa. Will they be able to meet the U.S.'s desired December deadline? Katie Simpson is here to tell us what happened in round 2.
All 3 NAFTA countries are promising to keep working together and to move quickly, despite the tough talk in the background from the U.S. president, who repeatedly threatens to terminate the deal. Reports from the ground suggest the second round of talks has been difficult, but ministers from all 3 countries today shared the same message that progress is being made.
In 20 days, to have reached the point where we feel we have really gone a very long way to understanding each other, to getting what we each need to get out of this, I feel very comfortable that by the standards of any trade negotiation, that is tremendous progress.
A source close to the talks tells CBC News the real horse trading is expected in the next round of negotiations starting September 23rd in Ottawa. The 3 countries have tabled proposals on a total of 24 topics, setting the foundation for negotiators to get into the details at later meetings. The U.S. has already made several broad demands that Canada isn't on board with. The Americans want the Canadian supply management system changed so it can sell more dairy products north of the border. It wants to change auto production rules as well to build more car parts in the U.S. And it wants to dismantle the current trade dispute resolution system, which Canada wants to keep. There are no signs Canada will back down from its current positions, meaning the talks in Ottawa could be far more heated than what we've seen so far. Katie Simpson, CBC News, Ottawa.
This was the first day back at school for many kids across the country. And on top of their usual anxiety about making friends or homework, you can bet there was some parental stress too, including the pressure to pack healthy lunches. But it turns out the quality of lunchtime is just as important as the quality of the food kids eat. Vicadopia explains.
What do you want to take for lunch?
The question faced by millions of parents every morning. No matter how delicious and nutritious, some lunches just come back home barely eaten, along with hungry kids. Zoe Treforos found out why.
When I finally spent some time observing lunch hour, I noticed I thought it was sort of akin to herding cattle. The noise levels are unbelievable, and it's just a really stressful environment.
With schools getting bigger and so few kids going home at noon, Treforos says eating lunch has lost respect.
In that scenario at the school, I think kids are learning to rush through, best case scenario, or just skip it altogether.
Poor eating habits can contribute to poor nutrition and affect performance in school. When UNICEF measured access to healthy food together with rates of obese or overweight children, Canada ranked near the bottom. All top-performing countries had national school food programs. This food security advocate says Canada's patchwork of school meal programs falls short.
What we'd like to see is a national school food program where all kids from across the country know that they can go to school and get access to healthy food and eat it in an environment that teaches them about what healthy food means and about nutrition.
That's exactly the strategy in France, as highlighted by Michael Moore's 2015 documentary.
They don't stand in a long line waiting for a bunch of slop on their plastic or styrofoam tray.
The Canadian government has started to design a national food policy. McNichol and a coalition of health groups, including Heart and Stroke Canada, want school meals to be part of that.
Kids are growing up to be less healthy than their parents were. There's rising rates of chronic diseases, and that's going to put a huge burden on our future healthcare costs.
Zoe Treforos has started a committee at her daughter's school in the hopes of bringing more civility and nutrition to lunch. Vicadopia, CBC News, Toronto.
Teaching kids how to think critically is an important part of their education, more so than ever in this age of false information disguised as news. Young people are bombarded with all kinds of stories on their smartphones, and it can be tough to distinguish fact from fiction. That's why in the U.S. there's a sudden new push to follow the Canadian lead and start teaching media literacy even before high school. Kim Brunhuber has that story.
This is a chance for you to use your crap detection skills again. Do you guys remember those?
They've all seen the news on social media, heard about it on the playground.
A shark ate a woman who was trying to save a seal.
What does that sound like?
It sounds fake.
If you see a catchy headline and you repeat it and share it with your friends, if it's fake, it's more likely to be regarded as the truth than the actual truth.
Dinah Graber is teaching online media literacy with no computers. No need. All these middle school students require is a tool with a name they'll never forget. CRAP.
Currency, reliability, authority, purpose, and point of view.
But what do you use it for?
To find out if something is fake or real news.
Online myths and rumors are as old as dial-up modems.
Any other examples where maybe you've been tricked?
But now, fake news is not only everywhere,
It had nothing to do with Charlottesville.
it's often orchestrated and well-funded.
I'm really gullible, so I thought it was true.
That's why a growing number of American school boards are making media literacy almost as important as subjects like science and math.
It's nice to see that the states are finally following suit and passing this legislation that will require lessons like this to be taught in every classroom.
So far, 4 states have done so, and more bills are in the works.
So here's a book published by the Ontario Ministry of Education.
UCLA professor Jeff Scher instructs many of California's teachers how to teach media literacy. The focus on fake news education, he says, skyrocketed after Donald Trump's election. And turns out much of the material being taught comes from Canada.
Maybe it's an arrogance of the United States being the dominant media producer that, this arrogance oftentimes doesn't look critically at itself.
Always look at the source of,
But now there's a new concern. According to a national nonprofit dedicated to improving media literacy, the Trump administration might stymie fake news education by cutting access to vital federal funding.
And if that happens, that would be a real shame because that is motivating a lot of this.
In this age of increasingly powerful machines,
At the end of class, a mantra of sorts.
let's learn to use the incredible powers within.
If it helps now, great. The real hope, the big payoff, may only come years later when they're the ones making crucial decisions based on their perception of what's real and what's not. Kim Brunhuber, CBC News, Los Angeles.
A Calgary woman is facing 399 fraud-related charges that were laid while she was already out on bail on previous fraud charges. Jane Elizabeth Moore has a long record of convictions. She's accused of using fraudulent bank accounts and court documents, uttering death threats, and more. One of her alleged victims says Moore scammed him out of $84,000. Since she was charged in that case, several other people came forward to say Moore had scammed them as well. Straight ahead, North Korea keeps threatening the U.S. Donald Trump's response may be playing into their hands.
Going back to school, it's about catching up, letting go, and growing up.
How do you feel today?
Happy. Because it's the first day of school and I'm nervous.
One thing is universal this first day. Shiny, clean faces, new school outfits.
First day they look so good. You should come tomorrow when they're back to normal.
For some, the trek is like going into a prison yard, complete with barbed wire.
It's a morning ritual that begins every school day, but there was a difference today. Moms and dads kept a watchful eye from the back of the grade 1 room as their kids settled into desks and got to know the new teacher. If you thought it was just the kids who get first day jitters, think again.
I have butterflies, all the excitement, who's going to be their teacher and who their new little friends are going to be in that.
And how do the kids feel about being back?
I love it. I hate it.
Gee, it's good to get back to school, isn't it?
No,
No? Why?
I don't like school.
What don't you like about school? Let's put it that way.
The work.
You don't like the work. How about the teachers?
Some of them are okay.
What about the others?
I was up in the classroom doing work. I got all my work right. And then then recess time, then we were playing, then we made my teacher a picture.
Everything is new the first day of school. Where you sit and how everything works.
It says bonjour. What do you say? Bonjour. Je m'appelle Madame
It's a
Ramponi.
day filled with new information.
Can you say that?
It's a terribly
How about
exciting
this
day
part? Can you say
for
this
most.
part? Madame Ramponi.
Don't you like anything about school?
Maybe recess, yeah. Bye, have a good day.
You know, every year they're a little smarter and a little more worldly, but you still sometimes yearn for them still to be that little kid.
See you later, pal.
World leaders are looking to de-escalate tensions with North Korea after Sunday's nuclear test. But how to do that is a dispute in itself.
The solution must be political. The potential consequences of military action are too horrific.
The UN Secretary General today condemned Pyongyang for recklessly putting millions at risk and urged that dialogue is the way to peace.
Использование санкций любого рода в данном случае.
That's Vladimir Putin, who called sanctions useless and inefficient. He concurred on the need for a diplomatic solution, adding North Korea would rather eat grass than abandon its nuclear program. North Korea calls the tests gifts for the U.S.
The U.S. will receive more gift packages from my country as long as it relies on reckless provocations and futile attempts to put pressure on the DPRK.
But the White House is standing firm.
The priority of the administration is to have denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula, and it's also to protect American citizens.
And joining me now to talk about the consequences of a nuclear North Korea, Ankit Panda is an international affairs analyst. He's in New York City tonight. And Tom Wright is the author of All Measures Short of War and a senior fellow at the Brookings Institute. He is in Washington. And Mr. Wright, let me begin with you. The Trump administration says denuclearization is the priority. But are we past that point? Is it even still an option?
I think we are past that point. Denuclearization has been U.S. policy for a couple of decades now, and even when North Korea carried out nuclear tests in past years, some people may have clung to the hope that a freeze might be possible or long-term denuclearization may be achievable. But what we've learned really with Kim Jong-un is that he's absolutely determined not only to develop the nuclear weapons program, but to specifically develop ICBMs that can hit the United States, which he sees as a key part of his strategy. And that, I think, really is the genie is now out of the bottle. The U.S. needs to accept that denuclearization is a very laudable goal, but its time has passed, and we need to come to terms with the nuclear threat that North Korea poses.
Mr. Panda, would you agree with that?
I would agree with that. I would only add that the question of the reality of denuclearization is clear. I agree with Tom that we're past the point.
So what
and I
next,
think Kim Jong-un has certainly made that clear with his 6th nuclear test. I think the next steps will be really dependent on what we see out of North Korea. There are 2 routes to denuclearization. One of them is voluntary, where North Korea sees something that it wants from the United States or the international community, incentives, and it agrees to enter negotiations. I don't think that's likely anytime soon. And the other option is coercive. And I think with nuclear weapons, that's especially difficult, since North Korea can put the United States and its allies at risk. However, I should note that North Korea itself does talk about denuclearization still. After its July 4th ICBM test, it put out a statement paraphrasing its leader, Kim Jong-un, noting that as long as the United States' hostile policy, quote unquote, remains in place, North Korea's nuclear weapons and ballistic missiles will never come on the table. That implied that if the hostile policy, which North Korea takes to mean the United States' system of alliances, its nuclear deterrence assurances to Japan and South Korea, would be lifted, then it might consider denuclearization, but obviously that is an unrealistic ask.
Well, Mr. Wright, let me get your thoughts on that. The U.S. clearly will have to put something on the table if it wants to see a way out of this, if there is no way to, as you say, put the genie back in the bottle. So what can the U.S. offer to try to get North Korea to negotiate?
It's interesting to note that, Steve Bannon, in the interview with the American Prospect a few days before he left the White House, floated exactly such a deal. He said that he was personally in favor of a deal that would result in the withdrawal of all U.S. troops in the Korean Peninsula in exchange for a freeze. And that may give some short-term protection to American cities, but I think it will come at a very long-term cost and risk of conflict in East Asia, and really also an end to the regional order and to U.S. influence in the Asia Pacific.
And Mr. Panda, let me get your thoughts on that. Even were there to be a freeze on from North Korea, doesn't that just leave us where we are now?
Well, in a way, what it does do is it does reduce the risks of miscalculation, which is something that I grow increasingly concerned about, given that in some ways the Trump administration, with its remarks on fire and fury, has been trying to outdo North Korea at its own game of provocations. And that is concerning. The game that North Korea is currently playing with its long-range missiles is that it's trying to decouple the United States from its allies. What that means is it's trying to get Washington to acknowledge that it would not leave New York City, it would not leave Los Angeles at risk to save Seoul or Tokyo. And that's dangerous. That's a familiar game that the United States experienced during the Cold War when the Soviet Union operationalized ICBMs, and it required deft management and leadership and allied reassurance. There are signals that the Trump administration is trying to do its best, especially Secretary of Defense Jim Mattis and Secretary of State Rex Tillerson have been making efforts with their counterparts in Japan and South Korea to keep the assurances up.
Is that right?
But that does make things difficult.
Many people say that Donald Trump, the president himself, is making things worse with his rhetoric.
Yes. So the president's rhetoric is what I do worry about. For example, his statement today that he had allowed Japan and South Korea to purchase more arms from the United States. While that might seem reassuring to some, it does actually increase the ability of both these countries to autonomously strike North Korea potentially in the future, and could actually exacerbate this decoupling problem that North Korea is seeking to accelerate.
Well, I thank you both very much for your thoughts tonight.
Thank you.
Thomas Wright is in Washington and Ankit Panda is in New York. And coming up, celebrations in Syria. State media say Syrian forces have broken the ISIS siege of a major city, but the country remains a bloody and complex battleground. We'll catch you up next on The National.
It was a crowd big enough for royalty. Thousands of people in Edmonton crammed into any spot they could find, all for a glimpse of the Prince of Hockey and his bride.
They're celebrities, and it's kind of special, something to always remember.
Hundreds of guests arrived, decorated with glamour. For a city that loves its hockey, the all-star guest list was a screaming success. Gordie Howe, Paul Coffey, and the NHL president got so much attention, the crowd almost missed the groom. The bride had slipped in the back door, and inside a private production crew captured the traditional ceremony with the Edmonton Symphony playing background music and the bride's expensive designer dress. For the crowd outside, the first glimpse of the married couple brought more cheers than any of Gretzky's famous goals. Canada's favorite hockey hero and his love story have captured so many hearts here. Well-wishers lined almost every inch of the route to the wedding reception. The Gretzkys are keeping their honeymoon plans a secret. After a very public wedding, they are looking forward to a very private honeymoon. Susan Bonner, CBC News, Edmonton.
A perennial Canadian controversy seems to have taken on new life. The Native Sons of Canada have opened once again a campaign for a distinctive national flag and anthem, and they're drawing fire from every part of the country.
And so we're joined tonight in one of the most emotion-packed issues of our time, an issue which some people say should not have been brought up at all.
I believe that today a flag designed around the maple leaf will symbolize and be a true reflection of the new Canada.
When a prime minister decides that he's going to trample on the things of the spirit, then indeed we've arrived at a position not in keeping with the principles of democracy.
Flag of Canada, there will have to be
4 igloos, 3 totem poles, 2 codfish, and a hint of a fleur-de-lis.
We can live under the same flag we've been living under ever since Canada existed, as far as I'm concerned. One the British flag, right?
We're Canada, we're a nation.
I would prefer more leaves and like a tree effect.
I think it should have maybe 2 flags. Be nice.
And a hint of a fleur-de-lis.
The federal government's proposed new flag flies for the first time on Parliament Hill. The new flag was run up the flagpole despite a last-ditch effort by the Conservative opposition to prevent it, and an attempt by an individual MP to haul it down. An argument over the new design was waged between several MPs gathered around the flagpole.
Early in the afternoon, the government, convinced that the Conservative opposition would spin out the debate on the single maple leaf flag indefinitely, made a formal motion of closure. And there were immediate complaints from the opposition that the cabinet was throttling freedom of speech.
There it is, a red maple leaf.
Crowds of jubilant Syrians are tasting freedom today. For nearly 3 years, their city of Deir ez-Zor has been under siege by ISIS. But today, Syrian regime forces, backed by Russian air support, made a decisive entry. It's just the latest development on one of the world's crucial battlegrounds. The war has been raging for so long, its tragedies so relentless, you can lose track of what's happened and what might come next. So let's get up to speed. Just be warned, some images are jarring.
It crossed a lot of lines for me. When you kill innocent children, innocent babies, and I will tell you, it's already happened, that my attitude toward Syria and Assad has changed very much.
This was probably the last time Syria dominated the news cycle when an atrocity jolted the U.S. president into action.
I ordered a targeted military strike on the airfield in Syria from where the chemical attack was launched.
Since Trump's cruise missile barrage, those who watch this war daily have seen staggering violence, but no chemical weapons attacks. Just one small change to this ever-changing and seemingly never-ending war.
My name is Erica Solomon. I'm the Middle East correspondent for the Financial Times. So I watched this war since it was street protests against Assad, and this sort of motley crew of oppositionists joined together and raised arms against Assad. But over time, these sort of side conflicts are now emerging and probably will overtake the original fighting that made this war happen, because the rebels themselves are receding.
The U.S. has long supported some of those rebels with arms and training. Donald Trump recently ended that program. Meanwhile, thanks to massive military support from Iran and Russia, Bashar al-Assad's government appears to be winning the war.
فهناك فصولا ستكتب عن أصدقائنا، عن إيران والإمام خامنئي، عن روسيا والرئيس بوتين.
He's got almost all of what analysts call useful Syria, which is the sort of territory that sweeps from the coast through Syria's main central cities down to Damascus. That's set in his hands now. It looks like Assad has won this war. The rebels have been pushed to the margins of the struggle.
In today's Syria, the true rival to Assad isn't the rebels, but the Kurds.
ولحتى نحرر بلدنا من الظلم والقهر اللي عشناه وحملتنا ماشية إن شاء الله.
often described as the largest ethnic minority group in the world without a state. Some say a state is exactly what they're angling for in parts of Syria and beyond. They now control more than 20% of the country.
They want to hold on to what they've got. They have basically seized all of the territory that was largely Kurdish before the uprising began, and they've extended beyond that, which for them might have been a critical overstep, because that's what's really brewed all these resentments towards them by basically every other side in the war. So now they're in this very precarious position where they have to sort of hold on to what they've got, and they have this powerful ally in the United States, which could at any minute, as they know, withdraw its support once its objectives are reached. So the Kurds are sort of walking on hot coals right now.
The Kurds, a minority in Syria, quickly became one of the most effective fighting forces on the ground. The U.S. backs the Kurds because right now they are the tip of its spear in the fight against ISIS. They've surrounded the de facto ISIS capital in Syria, Raqqa, and are taking it street by shattered street. ISIS, once so menacing in the region, is now in eclipse. Already concern is rising about what U.S. military planners call ISIS 2.0.
It's nothing like it was before. There's nobody now who thinks that ISIS will survive territorially as a force on the ground in Syria. But the bigger question is what happens once they are not a territorial force. In some ways, it's easier when you know where they are in their position and territory and trying to govern it, which takes a lot of resources and effort and winning the peace, if you will, in the areas they control. Now, they will be this amorphous group that sort of lingers around in desert territories and the frontiers, and they will exploit as much as they can the resentments that are being created in this country, in both Syria and Iraq. And this is where other issues that often get ignored suddenly become really important. And one of those is the fact that more than half of Syria's population is displaced, and a huge amount of those people are Sunni Muslims, which is the same sect that ISIS is targeting. You can drive through Syria right now for miles and see abandoned villages and towns. When people are displaced and they're living in refugee camps, when they're bitter and resentful, they will be attracted more to extremist groups.
While the Syrian government continues to terrorize the Syrian people and cause unimaginable suffering.
The UN is pushing for some form of peace talks in October or November, but there is still no unified opposition. The Kurds aren't even at the table.
The final outcome, in our view, does not provide for a role for Assad or for the Assad family in the future governance of Syria.
We don't see a peaceful Syria with Assad in there.
I'm not a fan of Assad. Okay.
The Trump administration still talks as if Bashar al-Assad has no future in the country, but analysts are skeptical that he or anyone else will be held accountable for the atrocities of the war.
They pay lip service to the idea that they want Assad to leave, but they would accept him staying if they could get the opposition to accept some kind of a deal formally in Geneva or wherever else they reach some final settlement. But I actually don't believe that the West is that concerned with Assad remaining anymore. I think that that is really just a show to make it seem like they haven't really changed positions.
Between Assad, the Kurds, and sectarian extremist groups like ISIS hiding like the embers of a waiting wildfire, the prospects of a lasting peace seem bleak.
And that sort of shows how this war can continue to morph. There are so many players involved that one group falls and another rises, and it can sort of create this constant war that keeps shifting shapes into a new struggle. And that's why I am concerned that this war could still drag on for many years to come.
A constant war. It's the kind of chilling thought that keeps people everywhere anxious about what happens next in Syria. And just ahead, another kind of war story. A Chinese-Canadian soldier is remembered for his sacrifice 100 years ago.
In Toronto today, nearly 1,000 women gathered. Women from kitchens, offices, factories, and schools.
We know very well that we're at the bottom of the economic and the political pile, but not for long.
International Women's Day commemorates an angry rebellion by women sweatshop workers in New York who walked off the job to win decent wages and working conditions. Today, the women's goals and demands are just as pointed.
There's no excuse in the world for us earning 60% of what men earn. That's an intolerable situation.
As we go marching, marching in the beauty of the day.
Is it frustrating to you that a lot of people are simply not aware that today is International Women's Day? A lot of women are not aware.
Well, sometimes it is frustrating, but on the other hand, the celebrations have been growing from year to year. I mean, to have 5,000 or 6,000 people out in the street in Toronto is quite a feat, let me tell you.
For participants, the demonstration is a declaration of hope and belief that a different kind of society is possible. They're here because they don't accept that women are naturally inferior, passive, and submissive. They don't believe women are born to be dependent. They don't think women are emotionally unstable, unable to make their own decisions.
20 years ago, graduates grappled with the idea of careers. These young women assume they'll have careers and more.
I want to try and have it all. I'd like to have an education and a job that I'm happy with.
We're not as radical, we're more equalist. Like many young women today, these students say they're not feminists. On this International Women's Day, which celebrates the efforts of women to build a better world, they believe that world is here already.
Pop superstar Alanis Morissette's homecoming is a big deal, if not a bit overwhelming for the city that knew her when. You can forgive the good people of Ottawa for not seeing it. They remember Morissette as a teenage dance queen with big hair and frosted lipstick who sang at the mall. Today, at her first press conference since she unveiled her new look, sound, and record, Jagged Little Pill, Morissette was asked to explain what happened to the dance queen.
You know, the biggest changes that I went through personally were between the ages of 16 and 21, and I think it's inevitable it's going to come out in your music, so.
Despite some people's confusion at her radical musical makeover, Ottawa's mayor proclaimed today Alanis Morissette Day and handed over the key to the city.
This just sort of represents that the city that I grew up in, that I went through so many things in, is something that I don't want to really put in my past, really. I just want to make a peace with where I came from, and, I'm apprehensive to accept an Alanis Morissette Day. I'll take an Alanis Morissette moment.
She says her musical priorities and motives have completely changed.
Over the last 4 years, just learned how to write for my own reasons and write for myself, and as I said, it's pretty ironic that the moment I started doing that was the moment that most people related to it.
It's a remarkable battle, and it was basically forgotten.
He's referring to the Battle of Hill 70. A century ago, Canadian troops captured a strategic position near a town in northern France. Tonight, we want to share one man's contribution to that pivotal moment in this country's history. Born in Canada to Chinese parents, Frederick Lee defied the odds to enlist. And as Briar Stewart reports, there are efforts underway in BC to piece together his story.
He should be in here, though. Yeah, he should be. Definitely, he should be in here.
For anyone who has ever carefully scrutinized an old black and white photo looking for a familiar face,
he has to be here, right?
This is the moment you do it for.
This one. This one?
Yeah.
Let's see. We found him in the picture. This one is him, definitely. Yeah, no, definitely that was him. Yeah, that was him.
Him, Private Frederick Lee. A name no one in this room knew 3 months ago, but someone they can't stop thinking about now. Frederick Lee was one of 424,000 who served overseas for Canada during the First World War, but just one of a few hundred who were of Chinese descent, and life for them back then in BC was very different.
Hearing about the long history of the Chinese in Kamloops here, they weren't allowed to live on the other side of the river.
And Jack Jin says their dead couldn't be buried in the community graveyard, so more than 200 of them are here in a Chinese cemetery where many of the plots are marked with simple wooden stakes.
There's so much history here, yet it's so sad. This is Canadian history.
In the 1800s, the Chinese who migrated to Canada worked in mines and on the railway for little money and often in cramped, unsafe conditions. Lee was born in Canada in 1895, but like others back then, he still would have been considered an alien and wasn't allowed to vote. Despite that, Lee, who worked as a farmer, enlisted to fight for Canada overseas in March 1916.
Just a Chinese-Canadian kid from 100 years ago volunteering to participate in a war on a call for Canada. And I didn't know we had Chinese-Canadian kids participating in the First World War. All we had on Frederick Lee was private, volunteered.
Jin, a philanthropist with a self-professed love of Canadian history, was recently asked to help piece together Lee's story and eagerly accepted. While he fought at Vimy Ridge in 1917, Lee's name recently surfaced because he was part of a largely unknown battle that was commemorated in August at a memorial in France.
It's a remarkable battle, and it was basically forgotten.
Mark Hutchings is with the Hill 70 Project. He says the battle, which took place in August 1917, was the first time Canadian troops were led by a Canadian commander, Sir Arthur Currie. He'd been asked to attack the French town of Lens.
He went and had a reconnaissance of the area, and said, ooh, this would be a meat grinder. We would be doomed to fail the same way the French failed and the British failed, and they suffered 50,000 casualties in their two actions. And so he didn't want to do the same thing.
Instead, he decided to attack a hill above the town. It was known as Hill 70 because it was 70 meters above sea level.
It was an operational success in that for the next 10 days, the Germans counterattacked 21 times trying to get that hill back. The Germans lost somewhere between 20 and 40,000, depending on which historian you read.
Some of that history will now be taught in schools as part of the Hill 70 Memorial Project. 1,877 Canadian soldiers died during that battle, including 21-year-old Frederick Lee.
I think it's important for all Chinese Canadians to know who Frederick Lee was. I see Frederick Lee as a metaphor for the hard work and struggle of the early Chinese. Not only him, but his father, his mother before him.
We should be so proud of him to be in the Kamloops history.
When Elsie Chung heard about Lee's story, she wanted to know more about him. His name is already on the cenotaph in Kamloops, but the Chinese community never knew one of their own had served in the First World War.
We thought that because in Kamloops it's only a small town and they want to have so many soldiers, so they just take him. So I don't know how many Chinese will actually be being accepted at that time in 1916, but he got through, right? So, and I'm just so proud of him.
After Lee's father died, his mother and most of his siblings returned to China, but Elsie was able to track down Lee's 85-year-old nephew. He showed her a postcard Lee sent from training in 1916. He said things were going well.
What have you learned throughout the whole process?
History. Knowing that you really can track down somebody, but still lots of mysteries that we haven't found out yet.
Kamloops boys.
Kamloops boys. Right.
She and the others want to piece together the rest of Lee's life. They plan to build a gazebo in the Chinese cemetery as a way to honor him and his sacrifice during a battle most still don't know about. Briar Stewart, CBC News, Kamloops.
Just ahead, one of Canada's oldest brands sets up shop in Europe. Plus, a flying object in space spreads alarm in 3 provinces. Let's check the day's business numbers. The TSX fell 101 points. The dollar bumped up slightly. In New York, the Dow lost 234 points. And the price of oil increased $1.37 a barrel.
I'm Anna Maria Tremonti. Tomorrow on The Current, former CBC reporter Pauline Dakin recounts a childhood where she was mysteriously and suddenly uprooted twice by her mother. Memoir of a Fugitive Childhood on The Current, weekdays at 8:30 on CBC Radio 1.
Without teen dancer and outfit, it would have been a boring town. People would here in the weekend they would not know what to do, where to go. When I dance, I think about other people. Once you start remembering the people who you lost, or once you start thinking of them like that, you'll know how to dance. Just like that. My late best friend that committed suicide in 2015, Johnny Jr. kidnapped. He was my best friend for 15 years. I ran with him in the 2 Fox Marathon. Last time I saw him, I was proud of him. Never saw him again.
Half-brother. Before, I was just a quiet guy, shy guy. But now I'm not shy anymore because I want people to be more happier.
A meteor lit up the sky over Western Canada last night, and its sonic boom shook houses, prompting calls to police in 3 provinces. Experts say the fireball fell in BC's Kootenay region, but it was seen as far east as Saskatchewan, as well as in several western U.S. states. Some spectacular underwater images to show you from 2 shipwrecks more than 100 years old, found recently in the waters of Lake Huron. The wooden-hulled Ohio sank after a collision in 1894, and the steel-hulled steamer Choctaw in 1915, considered unique because of its straight-back design. Experts describe both ships as time capsules because they're fully intact and incredibly well-preserved because of the lake's cold, fresh water. It took them only 347 years. But today, Hudson's Bay opened its very first retail store outside of Canada. The destination of choice, Amsterdam. And the company has plans for 9 more Bay stores in the Netherlands. The company's CEO says there was a gap in the market between luxury retail and discount chains. The stores will be stocked with many of the goods sold here in Canada, including those iconic Bay blankets. Before we go, a quick recap of our top stories tonight, beginning with Hurricane Irma, the most powerful storm ever recorded in the open Atlantic. This is what Irma looks like from space. It's expected to hit Barbuda and Antigua overnight, packing winds of up to 300 kilometers per hour. Irma's path is still unclear, but 12 island nations are under hurricane warnings. Florida could also take a direct hit on the weekend. And protests were held across the U.S. today after the White House said it would end a program designed to allow young, undocumented immigrants to stay in the country. The so-called Dreamers came to the U.S. as children with their parents. Former President Obama had signed an order shielding them from deportation. And that is the National for this Tuesday night. For news at any hour, you can always go to our website at cbcnews.ca. I'm Susan Bonner. Thanks for watching.